Hi all, so hope you're learning well. So today's video is all about data loss prevention. It's very important your data, how much it's secure, what is your confidential data, and how if the data is confidential, how we make the data secure. There are different approaches. So in today's video we will talk about data loss prevention, how to achieve that, and we are using different tech stack. I guess we have done lots of the topic like cloud storage. We have BigQuery, data. So today we will learn about how to achieve data loss prevention by using this all the tech stack. Okay, so we will take some data template. It's very simple. Let's say I have a one data set in which we have a detail of a customer in which their name, mobile number, mail ID, a PAN card, Aadhaar card details are mentioned, which I believe that this data, this table which we are maintaining, let's say on the BigQuery, and this data is being shared with different user in this project, or for a reason we are sharing this data, the data is not confidential anymore. So I want the confidential data in my table, it should be masked, or yes, to prevent this access, or that unauthorized access should not be. Ultimately it is customer data. So how to achieve this data security, how to mask this data if you're looking for. So this concept we will use it in today data loss prevention. So let's start. So first of all, you have to go to the browser and you have to find out security. All right, so you have to type the security there, and that when you type the security, you will get a option. If you scroll down, then you see that sensitive data protection. Yeah, this is what sensitive data protection, and under this you have to create the template. I will just skip that. Alright, so you see that the section sensitive data protection, and this you have overview, discovery. So there are a number of information. In fact, Google maintained a database as well. We will use that also. So first of all, you have this option: discovery, inspection, risk analysis, configuration, and subscription. So what we are going to do in this part, you have to create the template. A template in terms of what? That template you will implement on your data set as per your requirement. Remember that I talked about, if I have a database in a table, we have a record like name, mail ID, mobile number, your Aadhaar card, your PAN card, and I want to mask above this 5 or 6 column, I want to mask the 2 column. You're right, like Aadhaar card and the PAN card. So how I can implement that? So for that purpose, we are going to create this template. In that template, it's very simple. I will, let's say your PAN card is 10 digit, right? I will mask first 6 digit. So it will show you only the last 4 digit number. Even a good example is that your e-Aadhaar card, right? You have option e-Aadhaar card. You can download your e-Aadhaar card and you share for data security. Nowadays it is being recommended. So the same thing, you see that last 4 digit you can see, rest are completely that secure. It's being hash, it's being masked. We'll implement the same thing, and for that implementation you have to create different types of templates as per your requirement. So my requirement is today I want to hide this number. I want to show only the last 4 digit of my PAN card or Aadhaar card, and with that requirement I'm going to create the template. For that you have to first do the configuration. These are the simple steps you have to do it. Yeah, so first you go to the configuration. Right, so first thing you have to go to your Google Cloud Lab, and you have to type it security in the browser. So when you type it security, I guess the details will come. So I believe this is the new topic we have not ever discussed. So I'm discussing this first time about the security, what are the different security you have in Google Cloud, and how to define the template inside the security part. So there's one option you have, if you go scroll down, so you will get the sensitive data protection, right? Inside this sensitive data protection, you see that there are multiple options you have. Inspection, we'll learn about the inspection. The more important thing is that configuration. So you have to design the template. A template we discuss about the template. The template will actually the data set, what you want to do, how you want to secure your data. That is what we are going to configure inside the template. So there are two different template we will design. One is inspect and the second is what? De-identify. Okay, what are the different between the inspect and de-identify? Inspect is all about, let's come to the inspect part. Right. Now, when we talk about the inspect, then you have to, yes, so you have to click on create template. So I told you that there's two option, inspect and de-identify. So what we are going to, the difference between the inspect and de-identify is all about when we talk about the inspect, right? Like what are the chances, the criteria which match with the requirement, it will be identified into that template. So we talk about the PAN card, right? So in this details, when you fill up the column, when you have the data, what are the criteria? Okay, that should match. So that we will identify this particular record match with my requirement. So that template we will define inside your inspect. Okay, so coming to the inspect part. Okay, so we'll give the template type. Okay, find sensitive data. All right, this is the two options. So you have to go with find sensitive data. Of course, we are talking about the sensitive data, and then you will give the name of your template ID. I'm simply giving the name, a logical name. I will give it. Okay, now there's something called display name, a description. You can skip that. Okay, now the location type, it's your option. I can go with a multiple reason. Okay, and then I will click on continue. Okay, all right, so just identify this is my template ID. Now as I mentioned that you will give the information about to fulfill your criteria to match your that the data you want, the data which you want to mask. Okay, so now I will click on to manage info types. Okay, we'll go to the next part. Okay, and now here, this is very interesting. Here we have a worldwide data set. Okay, and I'm not saying all the data sets which match, but mostly the sensitive data, the worldwide, the standard format which we say that sensitive or confidential data of the customer, okay, or any other the department we have. We'll talk about India, right? So you will go and filter and you will type IND and it will reflect automatically. And you see that when you type IND, in India you have Aadhaar individual, GST, PAN card, right? These three, rest are Indonesia and Japan. So as I mentioned that I will go with first with PAN card. So I will select PAN card individual. Okay, and you checkbox this and click on done. You can set multiple options as well. You can see depends upon requirement. Right now I'm going with the PAN individual only. Okay, and now you can see that your India PAN individual is reflecting on the screen. Okay, perfect. Now the next is what on this record, what you want to implement. So I want to set some rules. Okay, this is what my sensitive data, and I want to set some rules. So you can go to the add rule set. Okay, and yep. So when you will click, I have only selected India PAN individual. You have option to select multiple option. I'm going right now with a single one. Select add a rule, right? Okay, and in this you can go to the exclusion rule, right? And you select words or phrase. Yeah. Okay, so I will paste one sample PAN card detail there and simply give. So this is what a sample PAN card detail. Okay, now this sample PAN card number I want to match with my criteria. So there's an option matching type. So what is the minimum criteria or maximum criteria? The condition you will set, and accordingly it will find out if it match with that criteria, it will identify that record. So you just simply I have given the full match. Okay, all right, there are options. You have partially matched, like you have a 10 digit of PAN card number, you have that 9 does. So I'm saying no, I need to get the complete information about this PAN, and if it match, then only you identify this record to then we will go for the further steps to mask this data. So I have set a full match. So this is one criteria. Same way you can you can set multiple rules, so I'm not going to use it now. So now the next step is what? Okay, if you scroll down, then all right, so minimum likelihood, right? So I have set the condition on top, and this condition I'm saying that when it should match with my criteria. So it is showing that a very unlikely, possible, likely, very likely. So these are the certain condition which will match the criteria of your data set. So I'm saying I'm just going to take it very likely means it should be a possibility should be higher, right? It should be 50%, 70%, right? Likely it should be 50 to 60%, right? But I'm saying I want to make it sure that your data should be identified properly, so I will make it possible. Okay, and then this is a complete details which I have filled to create the template in terms of inspect. Inspect is all about to match the criteria with your data set. If you scroll up, I will just go through once again. If you scroll up all the information, I have just find out the sensitive data condition, and that is a PAN card, and I have given them sample data, and then with the sample data I have set the criteria. If this completely filled, then only identify this data is sensitive, and then we have a likelihood, right, minimum. So I have made the best possible case. If only match with this, then only go ahead, not with the range wise something. And this is the final. Then we'll click on create, and your template will be ready. So this information you can see right now. Just now I have put only one record, PAN India. We are allowed to do multiple cases. All right, then we'll go back. Yeah, so you can see here the inspect is ready. Inspect 1 is coming now here. If you have done this, then the next step is what? Your de-identify. So now we'll create another template, and this time this template is all about to mask the data which has been identified. Okay, now there are multiple options you have. So first of all, you have to give remove sensitive data. The next, let's be the info type with the same. I will give the template ID a user defined. Then I will select the multi-region. Okay, that's okay, and then click on to continue. All right, so here we will click on transformation, and you can see here there are multiple options. You have bucket values, how you want to mask or how you want to secure your sensitive data. So you have extract the data, time data. I'm going to make it, remember that same example I have given. When you download the Aadhaar card, the last 4 digit only you can see, rest mask. So that option I will go with mask with character. When you go to the mask with character, and you see that which character I'm using, hash, right? Normally we use, so I'm using the hash. Okay, right. So now character to ignore, I don't want to ignore any character, so I will click select the none. Okay, and yeah, now number of character mask. how many character marks. Usually if you talk about you have Aadhaar card, PAN card or passport, it is a, if it is a 10 digit, if it is a, you want to show the last 4 digit, so total digit minus 4, and that number you can put in number of characteristics. So you can, I can add it 5 or 6, right? Let's I put it 6. Okay, so first 6 digit will be masked by hash, and remaining only that number it will show. Okay, so now info types and specific info types. Here you know that any info type, if you want to select some other information, like I want to show it for the Aadhaar card also, so you can go for manage info types. Okay, I will select let's for Aadhaar card also, so write it IND, then select Aadhaar card value, yeah, and we'll mark it and we're done. So now you see that you can test it. So if you want to add one more, if you want to see for the PAN card also, you can click on to add manage info types and select the PAN also. Yeah, I want to just show you for the PAN also. We'll select India PAN, individual, yeah, and if you click on done, you see that how it reflect for PAN also. So last 4 digit. Similarly, you have as per your requirement, you can select the template and you implement the data, your data set, and the sample will look onto this. So this is the approach to test your data, whether the template you have set, is it working proper or not. This is a pure POC, a proof of concept that we have done. Okay, let's create this. So this template is created. This option for test also. So here we have a test option also to check your template. So we'll pass some sample data. You can see in this box I will pass some record, and in this record I will see when I'm passing and in transformed data set how it looks like. Okay, I guess the template is working completely fine. Now the time now to implement this template on a data set. Okay, so I have my data set. First thing, I will go and create a bucket, and onto that bucket I will load this data. I will show this data set also. First I will go to the bucket, so go to the browser and type bucket. Okay, it's a simple steps to create the new bucket. So click on create and give the bucket name DLP test. Okay, I will make it on DLP test, and right, and now scroll down and I will simply go to and create the bucket. Okay, okay, it is already taken name, so we'll give random number 193 something. So always it should be unique globally, and I will go down and I will directly create the bucket. Okay, let's make it simple. So yeah, let's not make any more changes. Click on confirm. So this bucket is ready now. Now what the next step? I have a data set. Let me show you the data set. In this data set, I'm having the data name, mail ID, mobile number, Aadhaar card and PAN card. This is sample data. That data set I will upload onto in my bucket. So let me show you my data set. Right. So this is you can see the name, age, email, address, Aadhaar card and PAN card, voter ID. I have not gone for the voter ID, so only the 2 templates being inspected and de-identifies for Aadhaar card and PAN card, and if it match with my minimal criteria or possible criteria, then the first 5 or I guess the 6th digit will get masked. So first thing, I will upload this file onto my Google Cloud Storage in the same bucket. So simply go to your bucket, there's an option called upload. Click on to upload, and yeah, upload files, and simply upload the files. The file is completely done. Okay, I will click onto the user.data.csv and copy this path. Yeah, scroll down and there's option GST URI. So copy this path, right? Okay, now again open a new tab. So open a new tab and go to the BigQuery. Understand the flow. The first part is your template is ready to implement on your dataset. The second, you have to create a one bucket and upload your dataset. The third is what you have to create a dataset in your BigQuery. Okay, so you know how to create the dataset. You can click onto the three dots and there's option called dataset ID. Yep. Give the dataset ID name. Right, create dataset, simple. So when we click onto the create dataset, I guess there's a space is there. Create dataset, right? So this dataset has been created. So open a new tab and get into the security again, and sensitive data protection. And there's an option called create job and trigger. And just pay with me. See the data. So I'll give the quick job ID, give a logical name, a job ID information. Okay, mask unmask I have given. Now multi-region, that's okay. Scroll down and storage type. Now click onto the storage. I want to get this data from my Google Cloud Storage. Select the Google Cloud Storage and give your path of your file. So GS URL. Yep, just paste your path. Okay, so what's your bucket and the path, you have to put it there. And now there's an option called sampling. So you want to do the sampling on 50%. I want to make it complete. What my data, I want to do it for 100%. So just I will make it 100%, and I will suggest go for no sampling. Select start mathing, no sampling, right? So there are different options. So I have gone for the no sampling, and now get back to your open a new tab, and you remember that the inspect ID you have to pass it here. So I will open one more here. Yep, so we'll go ahead, and the DLP I will go to the configuration, and when you see, click on inspect, and when you see the template ID, right, you will, so on top you see that you can simply go and copy it, and this template on you see that option is copy is also there. So click on copy, and go to the job triggered again, and simply paste this. Even right, so if you click on continue, let's be CSV file we have already, so we'll continue and give the template name. Okay, so this is the path that we have passed already. Now scroll down, scroll up. If you go down, that will ask you where this template you want to save it. So I have option, right, continue. After this, select the BigQuery, because we are going to store this data onto the BigQuery as per your requirement. If there are multiple other options you have, now you can pass the project ID. What you have project ID, and you can find out your project ID by this way. So just copy and paste it, this project ID, and then your data set name you have. User data, okay, and table ID you can give any logical name. Okay, sample table. Okay, so this table automatically it will get created. And now if you scroll down, go down, and there's a one make identify copy. So I'll just enable this, and now you have to pass the de-identification template here. So you can see that one inspect template and one is de-inspect de-identification template. So again you can go back and give the template ID. Yep. So you go there, go back, and go to the configuration, de-identify, click onto that and get the copy ID from there. So you have option to copy, and click onto that, de-identify, right, make a left click, should make sure here. Okay, now you have to create one more bucket. So this time this bucket, the output will receive, it will get stored in bucket as well. It will reflect on your BigQuery, but I need this output on my bucket also. So I will go open a, I will go to the bucket, open a cloud storage bucket, and I will create a new bucket. So simple, a new bucket that I will get it done. So directly go and create the bucket. So this is the bucket is ready, and we'll copy the path and we'll paste it. So type gs colon dash dash and bucket name, and it takes text image csv and tsv, so it match with our file site. And now click on continue. Then there's option called none schedule, right? Let's click on continue the same, not make any changes, and then click. This is the complete information about your job information. So you have advertising date of gender, every information which you have did is there in template to trigger this job. We'll click on finally create, and hope the job ID unmask is already in use. This must be a unique ID. So there's something we have to go to the add the job ID mask unmask. Okay, just make it 1 2 3 or some any name I will make it. Yeah, then you can directly go and type it create. So here we go. I guess all the information which we done, it's working fine. And now it will take some time. So the output, it will be reflecting on your BigQuery, which is inspect one, and the masked one, de-identify, the output will, the file will be reflecting on your cloud storage. Just understand. So the work has been done. So we'll go and check on inspect to go to the BigQuery. All right, the inspect table has already been created. Go to the BigQuery, and you see, click onto the user data. You see that this is the inspect information that is coming to my BigQuery table. Okay, this is what the inspect information to match the criteria that record are available onto that. But the masked de-identify records which we have masked, it is available on my cloud storage. The bucket, we have created the second bucket. So go to the cloud storage, and yeah, go to this or refresh the same, and you see that new bucket, get inside the bucket and click and download this file. Let's, right, so there's option to download this file, and we click, and we'll see this record, the file which we have downloaded. And if you want to see the same data on your BigQuery, we will do that also. Show that file, the mask one, right? I'll click onto that, user data, and now you see, let me make it large, and let's stretch. So yeah, PAN card, and yeah, Aadhaar card please. So now you see here, so the PAN card, the records are coming, and remember that possibly the format actual I have given that, so it is not likelihood or minimal or a range. I have given that yes, the 10-digit number which match, and should only this template should be implemented. So you can see that the mask one, I can highlight this record on PAN card, right, this too, and below also. Same, I'm going through the Aadhaar card. Okay. Alright, we will see onto this part. I guess it should be work, but the process, I guess it will be the same. I guess need some changes, maybe some thing which we have seen because we have already tested. Anyways, so now the same table, this file I'm going to upload onto your BigQuery, and I can show this record in a table format. So I'll go to the BigQuery, okay, go to the dataset, and inside this dataset click on create table. You have a 3-dot option, right, click on create table and give the table name. Okay, no, click on upload, select the upload one, because I'm loading the data from my local machine and I will browse the file, so I will give the path of my local machine. Okay, and user data 1, I will click onto this and click on open. Data has been done. Now user data, everything is fine. Give the table name, de-identify some logical name, I will write it there. Okay, and in my input file already the schema available, so I will click on auto detect, no need to define the schema, and will click on create table, and then we'll see the record. It will take some time. Okay, now de-identify, click onto that, and PAN card, this is the column, and if you click on the preview, the records are available. And your Aadhaar card, your PAN card information, you can see it is getting masked. There's something I'll say that Aadhaar card is not coming, but it should work. I guess there's some technical or some technical glitch or some in setting I have to make it, but make sure that the format, the process we have done, it's same. You try this on your lab, on your Google Cloud, and make sure that you will get the result if you follow the same syntax. The more important thing is the template. Rest are quite easy and simple to work on. So you make sure that your template is done properly. You set all the configuration, and don't forget to test your template. I have already tested, but still it is not reflecting. Let me check later. So this is all about how to make your data secure, masking, and data loss prevention concept in Google Cloud. Thank you. Wish you very happy learning. Hey, don't forget to download our app for access to free courses and interactive quizzes. Stay connected with us on social media for updates and free content. See you next time. Happy learning.